Yeah. I also have the spray bottle. Okay. Sometimes paints goes dry, so I can quickly spray. That is completely option. I also have a dropper here. If you can get it, this one, that is very handy. Okay. Otherwise, completely fine. But these are the basic things that I have for the session. Okay. And plus, yeah, the most important thing we have not discussed about the paper. So I have paper here, watercolor paper, that is 300 GSM. Okay. And in today's session, we need few papers because we are going to do exercise together. Because it's very important to know your gouache before directly jumping to the painting part, right? Yes. So from here, I'm going to show you my uh, tabletop, okay? So that we can start with the session now.
Ma'am, paper of 300 GSM, few paper, extra paper, or any 120 GSM?
See, 120 GSM will not work, okay? You will see like it will twist and turn. So it will not going to give you the good result. It's just like imagine it's a watercolor medium. Okay, it's a water-based medium. So for water-based medium, we need a 300 GSM. If you don't have right now, if you want to do it in your whatever sheet you have, that's fine. But see, you will get the results only when you have a good or right paper. Okay. I have done in my cartridge sheet also, but you can only do once you are professional or once you have a good idea about how to play with the water, how much water you need, how much paint you need. So you should have all idea. So here I'm using the watercolor paper. This is 300 GSM. You can see the thickness of my paper, right? This is good because when you will layer it, first of all, it will give you a lot of time to work on your sheet. Okay, that's the reason we go with the 300 GSM. And the second thing, your sheet will not twist and turn, it will not buckle up. Okay, so watercolor paper is always a good idea to start. Yes. So let's start what we are going to do. Okay, so I'll use this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use these paints, which is ultramarine, scarlet red, and white, and plus I'm going to use yellow. Okay.
What is that second color?
Yes, Douglas?
The one on the left, the color that, which one is that?
This one, it's white.
And the other one?
It's a scarlet red. You can use any red, completely fine. Any red can work. If you have scarlet
Brilliant
or
red.
crimson red is also fine. Okay. And then I'm going to use last one, yellow. So I have two kind of yellow. I can use any one. For the practice part, I can use any one. So I will keep these three. See, whatever blue you have, that's completely fine. You can use ultramarine blue. You can use cobalt blue, Persian blue, whatever blue you have, you can use any one blue. Okay, you can use any one red out of your set. So if you have scarlet, crimson, vermilion, whatever red you have, you can use one. And again with a yellow. Okay, is whether it's cadmium yellow, lemon yellow, anza yellow, whatever you have, just use that yellow. And then we need white. Okay. One more thing I can add here. It's this one, this color. This is black. I don't use direct black in my works, but yes, black is sometimes it's helpful. Just to add very little. Okay, so it's helpful. So see, these are the limited colors that you can use, right? So I'm going to quickly squeeze this paint. For now, I don't need black, but for first exercise, I'm going to use red because red, I can show you more clearly that how it works. And the another one I want. You only squeeze that much paint which is required. Don't squeeze unnecessary. Okay, because fresh paints are always good. It's easy. You don't have to reactivate it again and again. Okay. And then I'm going to also put my white somewhere separately. So these exercises are really very important when you are working with gouache because you should know how gouache behaves. Okay. Where, okay, Camson paper. Yeah, absolutely fine. You can use Camson paper. Okay, Srilata, you can use it a little bit. It's just a screen. I hope you all can see. For first exercise, what we have to do, you need to just give me a second. I need one ruler and you just add some grids. Okay, you just add some grids here. This is the first exercise that we are doing. Okay, so in your watercolor paper, you add few grids. First, I thought that I will prepare everything in advance, but then I thought that let's do it together in session. Okay. And you can do it as many as you want. So this is the first exercise where we are learning what is the opacity of our gouache paint, how far we can go with our gouache. Okay. You can do the perfect one. My lines are a little bit disturbed. So I did few grids here. And after that, what I'm going to do, just put one dot in between. Every box, you keep one dot. And my pen is, I think this one is a waterproofing. Not sure. Okay, but you do it with waterproofing. So when we'll layer with the gouache, it will not spread. So I'll put this way. And please do it along with me, okay? Because this is really very important if you really want to learn gouache. Right. Now, what I'm doing, I need water and I have tissue paper here. Okay. So first, I'm just going to rinse my brush and dab it in your paper towel. Completely remove the water. Okay.
Ma'am, is it necessary to put a dot with the waterproof?
Yes.
But
You
if
will
I
just
don't
get,
have pen?
no worries, just get any pen. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So you just, this way you rinse your brush and then you remove the extra water from your brush. Now what I'm going to do, here is my red color, okay, which I just squeeze from my tube, and I'm going to use this pure opaque paint and I'm going to cover my first box. You just use the opaque paint. Now see, that dot is not visible. Okay, it's completely gone. So when we layer gouache like a thick paint, opaque paint, what happens that your layer, whatever layer is there in bottom, either your white paper or your black paper, it will completely cover. Okay. So it acts like a acrylic. When this dry, it completely give you the matte kind of finish. So you can do opaque layers one after another. Now, if I put another layer on top, then again, it will be more opaque. Okay. Now, in another boxes, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add drop by drop water. Okay. So I'll just dip my brush in water and I will mix this. You mix the good amount of paint, otherwise you will face issue in between. Okay, so I just added one drop. Now can you see this one is bit creamy? Okay, this time I have creamy paint here. Okay, this one was quite opaque, which I squeezed from my tube and then I added here. Okay, here I added just a one drop of water and you can see the consistency now. And I'm adding here. This is quite smooth and I'm able to drag my brush nicely. Okay. And you can see this dot is visible here. Again, I'm going to add one drop of water here. And this time you see my paint is more creamy and loose. Okay. See. Now this is the right amount of paint that I can use on my sheet. Again, I'm going to add in another box. Now, why we are doing this exercise? We are doing this exercise to understand the nature of our paint. Again, I added one drop of water. Now you keep adding and keep filling these boxes. Okay, so I'll just quickly do it. I'll keep adding water. This exercise will give you a lot of clarity. Again, I'm going to add water. And my paint is getting more and more watery. So now it's behaving like a watercolor. So we'll just see how we can use this medium as a watercolor and how we can use it like an acrylic. And even if you love to paint with oils, then also this medium is very helpful for the practice. Every time you go to new box, just add 1 drop of water. Okay, and this way I can fill up all the boxes. These basic fundamentals are very important. Otherwise, gouache will be one of the most frustrating medium if you will not understand the basics. And once you know this is the fun medium then. Okay, and last one I can leave. Are you all done? You can just type in chat box. Okay, instead of unmuting yourself, you can just write in chat if you are done. Right? So you can see here just with the single color, I can create so many values, right? That means we can prepare with a single color, we can prepare the entire painting, like a monochrome paintings. Okay, so you can see gouache here on top section, you can see the top line. It is more opaque. So we can use as opaque as we want and we can use as watery as we want, depending upon your requirement. Okay, so I will also make use of this space. And I'm going to use a pure paint here. You can also do this along with me. Here I'm using the pure paint. And then I can just add some water here and you keep dragging this paint. Keep adding water. So it's the same exercise that you are doing here. Okay, you can go further. I'll just bring this down. So in one single painting, we can create this type of effect. Where you want opaque paint, you use opaque. Where you want watery layer, you use like that. So this exercise will give you a lot of clarity that how your gouache are behaving. Now, you have done only with the red right now. Okay, same thing you can do with your other colors. Like when you do with your yellow, yellow is the more towards a transparent. Even though this is gouache, but then also it's quite transparent. Okay, so your all colors will behave in a different way. So that's the reason you can do these type of swatches and you can check what is the nature of different colors, right? Okay, so you can finish later and you can sure please upload your practice images inside the school community. Okay, you go and you create a post there and you can upload your practices so that I can check and give you a feedback. Right? So we are done with the one exercise. Can we move to the another one? Because we have a lot of stuff to share today. Okay, yes. I'll keep this side. Now let's talk about the do's and don'ts. What you don't have to do and what you have to do. Okay. So again, I'm going to use my one color. This time I'll use this ultramarine. Okay. Okay. I already have in my palette. And here again, I'm going to first of all remove all the water from my brush. Okay, by dabbing. And then I'm going to use the opaque paint here. So again, I'm doing the same thing using opaque paint. This is pure opaque paint. I have not added any water here, right? And I'm going to add one layer. See, if you go with direct pure paint, first of all, what will happen? You will not able to drag it much, okay? And if you are using the texture kind of sheet, the sheet which I'm using here is a cold pressed paper, which is more towards the texture, right? So it will be hard for you to drag the paint. See, I'm not able to add or drag my paint from here to here. So this is a mistake. Okay, you don't have to do this. Don't use your pure pigment and don't do like this. Okay, see, I'm not able to drag my paint. Another one, what I'll do, I'll just dip the tip of my brush. Okay, and now again, this paint is pure paint, but I have added little bit of water here. Okay, now you can see I'm smoothly able to drag my paint. So this is the right way of doing. Now, if I add little bit more, and let's make it watery this time. This is also a right consistency for gouache. Now, what is the mistake? See, we don't have that much patience and we add one layer and then immediately we start with another layer. Okay, that's a problem. So if you do that mistake, what will happen? Your colors will be keep mudding and you will be keep mixing your layers, and what happens? Gouache reactivate with water. This is not acrylic. It behaves like acrylic, but only plus point is that you can reactivate with water, right? So I'm going to show you, let this dry completely and then I'm going to show you. But see, this is I have added more water to this layer. Now, if I add another layer on top, let's use this red one and I'm using another layer on top. See, it's turning into more towards a purple kind of shade because it is reactivating with my base layer, which is still wet. So if you want your another layer to be fresh and crisp, so you have to wait. Wait for your first layer to dry completely and then you add another layer. And even if you are using this thing, so you should know that what is your aim, why you are doing it. If you want to use it like wet on wet, you just keep your one layer and then you add another layer on top. That way you can do. But if you are looking for the fresh and vibrant paints, then you have to wait for some time. Okay. Now this is still wet, but I can apply here now. So if you need the vibrant colors on top, you have to make sure that your brushes are quite, you can say damp, okay, not watery. If it holds a lot of water, then again you will mess up with your base layer. So first I'll make sure I remove all the water and then I can use another layer on top. You can add little bit of water, just tip the corner of your brush and now I can use on top. And don't press it too hard. Otherwise, again, your layers will be mixing. Okay. So what is the right way of doing? I'm sharing, and what is the wrong way? I'm sharing both the ways. See, there is a difference between this one and this one. Okay, now this one is completely dry. And if I use this red on top of this one, you can see this one is quite vibrant. I'll show you from, I'll show the close-up view. Can you see here? This is completely dry. And then I added on top of that dry layer, I added another color, which is red and it's quite vibrant. Okay. Here, my first layer was semi-dry. And then I added another layer on top. So you can see this is still, my red color is still mixing and reactivating with my base color. And you can see the color is little bit dark. And here my both the layers were wet. So you can see it turned into a purple. So quite dark. So this is an issue that artists face when they work with gouache. They don't wait for their first layer to dry and they start applying the second layer on top. Nothing will happen. You will keep messing your work. Right? Same exercise you can do with different colors. Let me use yellow this time. Okay. And this time, on top of this surface, I'm going to use this yellow. Little bit of water so that I can drag my paint. And then see. I'm nicely able to apply this yellow on top of blue. So here my water is less and pigment is more. If accidentally my brush is having lot of water, what will happen? I'll show you. Okay, this time I'm having little bit more water in my brush and then I'm using this paint. Okay, let's do it here. You keep doing this and it will turn into a green. You will not get the fresh, vibrant yellow. So this is a mistake. You have to use the right amount of water and right amount of pigment. These are the two things that you have to keep in mind. Now this can be technique and this can be mistake. If you use it fresh, if you use on top of dry surface, you use another pigment with less water, you will get the fresh, vibrant pigment, right? And if you use watery layer or little bit more towards water on top of your layer, first layer, so it will be, you will get the mix. Your colors will reactivate with each other, right? So these are the mistakes that I have discussed with you. Now let's come to the exercise part. So first I'm going to discuss the blending. then mixing, and then layering technique. These are the techniques that we use in our paintings. Okay. And at once we use different techniques. So it's not necessary that you will use only layering technique or only blending or only mixing. We use a combination of these techniques, right? So for that, you can use your masking tape. And I'm just going to secure my areas. You secure all the areas, four sides. Mm. And then in between, I'm going to divide this area. We are doing all these preparations for our painting, right? So you accidentally don't do any kind of mistake. So that's the reason these exercises are really very important. Maybe this is boring for you right now, but this is really very important. Why we don't get the results? Why we don't get the vibrant, bright paintings, glowing paintings? Because we don't wait. We don't understand the basics. So I divided my sheet this way. And I'm going to use my clean brush. This time I'm mixing my blue with white, okay? So I'm mixing this blue color.
Pure blue, ma'am. Pure blue.
Yeah, this blue, and I'm going to add some white. So I have white here. I will keep adding this white color to my blue. And you keep adding little by little, okay? We are checking the opacity of our color. So here I added first little blue, a little white in my blue, okay? And then I'm going to add one layer. And here you can see I'm easily able to drag my paint. So I have, you can see the creamy consistency of paint here. That means I have some water, okay? Now again, I'm adding more white to my this blue. Give a good mix. I will only cover the half portion, okay? Because I want to show you the another exercise there. Again, I'm going to add more water, more white pigment here. So you can see every time I'm increasing the amount of white. And again, I'll do the half.
Done.
And last one, I will add more white.
So,
And if you are not able to drag your paint, what you have to do, just add a very less water to your this mix and you will able to drag it again. Okay. Now you can see what is happening here. As I'm adding white to my blue, you can see the shades. Same blue color is giving me different shades. And I can move, I can create with this single color, I can create up to 20 shades or maybe more than that by increasing and decreasing the amount of paint, right? So do you think you need tons of paint? Do you think you need a lot of paint? No, right? Same way you can do it with blue. You keep adding white. So white plays a very important role when it comes to checking the opacity of colors. White can create multiple shades for you. Same with the yellow. I can create multiple shades of yellow. So this is a very good exercise. You can try for different colors also. Keep adding white to your different colors and then you see what colors you can see there. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes to come up with more than these shades and then show me, right? So I'll just wait for you. Till then you keep working. Okay, no worries, Nushat. You can share later inside community, okay? You finish your work. Right now, I'm showing you the techniques. But see, these technique will only make a sense once you practice. And this will going to give you a result when you will do your paintings, right? So make sure later you do this complete practice and then share inside the group. A WhatsApp group that we have created is just for the reminders so that I can give you the last minute reminders about the sessions, right? But you are going to share your work inside school community, school platform. Just go there, put up your post, and then share your experience and plus your exercises. That is a good way so that I can give you feedback. Okay, right. Now, same thing what I'm going to do. Here, the bottom part, I'm going to apply a different color. So let's use, I already have a red color here, okay, in my palette, but this is dry now. Okay, this is completely dry. Now, the good part is that I can reactivate with water. So I put some water, very less, because I don't want a lot of water. So just add little by little. Okay, and again, I'm going to do the same thing. I will add very less white to this red color. First block, I'm going to use very less white. And I need more color because I'm running out of color here. I need more red. And I'm going to apply here the bottom part. Again, I'm going to add more white.
Ma'am, can we do with the poster color, or is it necessary to do with this gouache?
There is a difference between gouache and poster colors because the cheaper the gouache is or the poster colors, you will have more chalky pigment, like more whitish kind of result once that will dry. But here you can see it's not looking like chalky, but when your poster color will dry, it will give you more whitish kind of look. Okay, so that's the reason. And even if you use the cheaper the gouache, it will, the white content will be more there. The expensive the gouache, colors will be more vibrant and opaque. This is the difference. Okay, but for practice, if you have that, completely fine, you can use it. No problem. I added more white to my red, and same thing I'm doing here. Again, I'll add more white. And gouache, you have to use more pigment. Okay, more the pigment and the result will be good. Less the pigment, so you will see the lot of strokes and all, you will not get the even result. I added more water here and plus more white color. So water I added only according to the my thickness. So if it is quite thick, you add just very teensy tiny water. And again, I'm going to dip little bit in my water so that I can reactivate my paint. And again, this time I'm using more white, more and more white. So you can see this single red color. By adding white, I can create n number of white, n number of red tones. Now, once your both the sides are dry, what you can do, see, always tap your brush to the side of walls of jar. Don't do this way. That way your brush can be, it will be your bristles from bottom part, the tip area will be disturbed. It will be damaged. So always tap the side walls whenever you are removing the pigment. This is a small tip. It will help you to save your brushes and a lot of money. Right? So this side is completely dry. This is completely dry. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a very less water. First of all, clean your brush completely. And then I have now very less water. Okay, it's not dripping at all. Very, very less water. And then I'm going to just this way. I'm going to just blend the center part. With very less water. Okay. Again, if your brush is dry, more towards dry, again, you can remove the excess water and then you again use it this way. And this way you can blend your colors. Now only you don't keep it till here, you blend all the areas. Again, I'm going to dab, remove the excess paint, and then I can fix the areas. So adding water little by little, I'm fixing the areas. Again, you start from here. It should not be watery, otherwise you will not get the result or the good amount of blending. And same way I'm going down. And you give some time. Don't do it fast. This exercise is good for when you are doing the landscape painting or when you are blending the larger surface, working on any kind of area, especially landscape paintings. So you need to learn this kind of blending, okay? And you keep doing it and you will get the smooth result. We don't need the super smooth. Here, another one again. Again, I'm going to blend this one. And this time I'm taking little bit more water. And let's start from the bottom part. I'm going to start from the bottom part and then I'll move towards this section, towards the blue part. And always use the bigger strokes. Instead of doing the tiny, tiny stroke this way, if you do this way, you will get a lot of strokes in your work. So just drag from here to here and use the bigger strokes. Here again, I'm going down. And I'm using bigger strokes from here to here. Okay, one go. Again, I'll remove the excess pigment and then dab it. And then see here we got the nice blending. Again, I can start from the top section. If you need your desired result, you just keep going this way. And if you're not getting right now, if you're getting a lot of strokes, that's completely fine. It takes some time. Okay. Now let's suppose I went wrong here and I accidentally uses too much of water. What will going to happen? Okay, let's see that. So here I have lot of water in my brush. Okay, so you can see it's a lot of water. And then I have, first of all, these layers are quite opaque. That means we have used more pigment here, less water. Okay, so it's more pigment. And then I'm doing this. I'm adding a lot of water. What will happen? My paint will be reactivate again. Okay. And I'm adding this way. I'm trying to mix the colors, but this time my brush is holding a lot of water. Again, I'm starting from top. Back and forth, I'm going this way. Okay. So what happened in this case? My paint is reactivated, but my colors are not fresh. If you want to keep your colors fresh, so you use the right amount of water. Here what happened? I used excess water. Okay, and then it mixed the bottom colors. You can see the above portion and the brightness, the opacity of the color in the above section is reduced now. Okay, even the bottom part color, you can see it's not fresh. So this is a mistake that we do. We use a lot of water and then we keep blending, and this is how our colors are getting muddy. Right? So in your base layer, right amount of color, the right amount of consistency of paint is very, very important. If you put in your first layer, you put too much of pigment, okay, and then you apply another color on top, and there you add more water. This will be the problem. So if you need the fresh, vibrant colors, what you have to do, first of all, make sure that your first layer, okay, just make a note that in your first layer, you have to make it, it should not be too watery and it should not be too thick. Watery is like manageable. We can fix it. We can work with the watery layer. That's good. But if it is like too much of pigment, it is a problem. You will not going to layer it up with different colors. Layering will be like very frustrating for you. Right? And then third one again I'm going to show. And This one, let's blend only this part. So if I'm going down, clean your brush first and then move. If you have a lot of pigment in your brush and you're still moving and blending, so that way your colors will be muddy. Now, if I have to move in a above section, so what I'll do, again, I will going to rinse my brush. Okay, dab it little bit in your paper towel so you remove the excess water, and then you start from this section, from lighter to darker. This is a right way. Whenever you are preparing like glowing kind of works, always move from lighter to darker, not darker to lighter, because darker pigment can affect your light tones, right? Now, same thing I'm going to do here. I'm going to start from lighter shade and then I will go to my darker shade. And you keep doing it, keep repeating this process. Again, I'll start from this area and I'll move down. And you can see my brush strokes are quite, I'm doing the bigger brush strokes. See? So this is the exercise that you have to practice. Once you come back to the session, make sure you do it multiple times so that you get a good result in your painting. Okay, because at the end we have to work on that glowing painting. Again, I'm going to show the reference image. So this is the reference image that we are going to work on, and you can see the lot of colors here. So in the sky section, in this section, these technique will going to help you, right? So you can see the gradient from lighter tone, from blue to whitish kind of color, and then orange color, then again different darker color. So this exercise will going to help you. If you understand the right amount of consistency and right amount of water you need to use, so you will able to produce the beautiful vibrant colors. And it will give you the real result when this will completely dry. Now it is a semi-dry stage, so you have to wait for some time and then you will see the exact colors. So don't judge your colors in middle. When your colors are wet, you wait and then see the result and then move forward. Because sometime in gouache also, your lighter colors, when it dries, it gets darker. When your darker color dries, it gets lighter. So keep this thing in mind. Don't judge your colors in between. Okay, always wait. So here, this part you can see now this area is completely dry and colors are more vibrant. Okay, it's popping up. So why this is happening? Because we are waiting for our colors to dry. Here also you can see this red is looking more vibrant. Earlier it was not that much because that was still wet at that time. Okay, So you have to wait for your colors to dry. This you can test with different colors. You can use the combination of same colors. See, in your reference image, you have this color. So what you can do, you can use your blue color with your white, mix it well, and then you can mix it, the bottom part, you can use yellow tones. So top section, you use a whitish blue, and the bottom section, you use your yellow, okay? And then you blend with the same technique I have shown you. That way you can practice the backgrounds, how to come up with a vibrant background. Okay. So this exercise you can practice and keep doing it. See, you will not get the result in one go. Do it one time, two time. You will do the fifth time, you will get the more good result. You will do 10th time, you will get the result. And you all are examples. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful work, Rama. I can see that you have done the different backgrounds and blending is really nice. Good job. Just upload your works inside community. Just upload, put up the post that this was the first day workshop and these are the practices you have done so that I can check your work. You click your work from different angles and so that I can review. Okay, and I can give you the feedback. I have to show you one more exercise, that is blending. Again, that blending is very important. Thank you so much. That's so lovely. Okay, so let's talk about one more, which I'm not able to adjust here, but that is really very important. Again, I'm going to secure area. Let's do it one. I'm not going to show you the these so many techniques. I don't want to confuse you all, but whatever is required for the painting, that is important. I'm sharing that with you. Okay. This is a vast topic and you can create excellent paintings. But you have to go step by step. Okay. You need to learn the basic alphabets. Then you learn how, you learn words. Then you learn how to frame the sentences. Then you learn how to frame the paragraphs. So this is how it works. Okay. So just focus on the basics. Even if you do the watercolors, focus on the basics to reach there. Once you learn the basic technique, you can master anything. Believe me. Okay, so I created one space for my exercise and let me show you the another one. This time I'm going to show you the multiple blending of colors and how you can keep it like, you can keep it vibrant also. And this will take some time. It will not happen immediately. So let's start. I have this color, which is already prepared, more towards white, whitish kind of blue. I have this color also, and I can also use white. Let's use little bit white here. And see, this color is completely dry. It's completely dry. But I can reactivate with water. Okay. So first I'm going to use this one. You have to make sure how much water you are using. Don't use too much of water and don't use less pigment. Pigment should be good. If you want good blending, so keep your pigment good. So I think I'm running out of paint here. I will squeeze a little bit more paint and again I'm going to mix it well. And whenever you are mixing with any other pigment, like I'm mixing with my white, okay? So you prepare the complete batch of color. Make sure that every single area you are nicely mixing. Otherwise, you will get the uneven result. So here, first keep your colors ready. So this batch of color is ready. If I want to use one more tone here, what I can do, I can use little bit white here and separately I can prepare more whitish kind of tone. So at the same time, I have another tone. So two kind of blue, one darker and one lighter. Maybe it's not visible. Now you can see. Okay, again, I'm going to rinse my brush or you can change your brush. Always dab the side walls of your jar to keep your brushes safe. And now what I'm going to do, I will just use my darker color first on top part of this section. And this we are learning the blending technique, okay? So first I use this color here. So my layers are wet, okay? And then I can pick my another color, which is lighter. I added more white here. So I'm adding white here. Right? And you can again go a little bit back. So you just go this way and you can fix the blending. If you see any kind of hard edges there, you just fix it. Okay. And you can see I'm moving from here to here in one go. Don't stop in middle, otherwise you will get the patches. Now I'm going to switch to my different color, which is this one. And now this is dry, so I'm going to reactivate it again. First, I'm going to rinse my brush and then I'm going to reactivate my paint again. And you just add drop by drop. Don't add too much of water. Otherwise, you will not able to fix it. And then again, I will just start from here. You first go down. And once you are done here, then you can go to the darker area. So I can go to this area. And from where you are switching from one color to the another color, you keep going on top of that. What will happen? Your first layer will reactivate with your second layer. But see, still I can see that one line here. Okay, how can I blend that line? First, you rinse your brush completely. You remove all the pigment that you have in your brush. And then I'm going to remove the excess water. And I have already shown you this technique right now. And then I'm going to just move this way in upward direction.
Excuse me, ma'am. Deepa have network issues. You want to join again?
Okay.
Please take me in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Priya. Now, if I want to keep this thing vibrant, I will not go here. What I have to do? I have to rinse my brush. And my water is like quite dirty. You can see. So this time to change you just change the water and bring fresh one here. Otherwise you will get the muddy kind of results. right? So now I'm going to add more white to this red color because the bottom I want more light kind of shade. So now when I'm adding my light, so I can start from the bottom part and then you move towards the above section. Now this way my lighter part will be fresh. So always start from lighter to darker shade. And now I can go this way. Again, rinse your brush. And if you feel like that you need to fix the areas, some places if you see the strokes and patches, what you can do, again, rinse your brush and remove the excess water, okay? And then again, you can start. Now it's your choice. You want to start from darker to lighter shade, okay? But accidentally, if you come back to the lighter area, so your lighter portion will be a little bit dull and muted. So I will recommend that you start from your lighter shade if you want to fix the blending. Lighter shade and you move towards the darker shade. Okay, this way, this is the right way of doing. This way I can do, right? And now you can see here, there are little tiny lines which I can see, thin lines. For this, what I can do is just take another brush, which is bigger in size. Any brush can work. See, I have this one, or even you can use this one. Okay, any brush. And then you just, this is completely, you can see it is completely dry. Okay, no pot at all. It's my fresh brush. Now what I'll do, with my hand, I will just go this way quickly. And you just brush very nicely. Okay. And when this will dry, you will get this soft kind of background. Right? Now this is not enough. You can do it again and again and again. You can layer it. Keep layering until and unless you are not satisfied. So till then you can work. If you want to go it more, see, don't think this is the opaque layer, so you can't, you are done with the background. No, fixing take lot of time. This is, we have only done one time, okay? What is the sign that you are using less pigment? You will see uneven results. Somewhere you will see the paper tone, okay? Your patches will be visible. That means you are not using the good amount of paint. Somewhere you will see the uneven switches from darker to lighter. So there, like in between, when it dries, you will see these type of folds. Okay. So this separation is visible. That means you are using the less amount of paint. So always use good amount of paint for blending and then use good amount of white also. If you want to keep it dark, then fine. But I'm going to use some white here. And see, this is my second coat, okay, which I'm doing. Make sure you have a little bit of water, not too much of water, just a very less. And again, I can start from my top. So my first layer is more towards like it was good consistency. So if I put another layer on top, it is not a problem. But if you added too much of pigment in your base, it's quite thick and opaque, so you will struggle with your another layer. Okay, I will add more white here. And this way, same thing you do here. Okay, keep adding this color. You can also keep two brushes, one for darker shade and one for lighter shade. So you prepare your colors in advance, otherwise you will be keep, facing that issue. I'm mixing the same shade, but what is happening? My color is not sufficient for the blending part. So that's the reason I added more white here. By this red, and then I'm going to add more white. And from here, again, I'm going to blend. And once I enter the darker area, so when I go to the lighter shade, what you have to do, just rinse your brush first and then move to the another layer. It depends from if you need a gradient or you need different colors, or maybe you need one single color. Same thing you can test with your yellow, orange, and any lighter shade. And bottom, I want more towards the white kind of shade. So I will add more white to this red color. I'm starting from here. And then you move towards the darker shades. Entering in darker shades is not a problem, but if you need the vibrant colors, then you have to take care of the lighter areas. Blending takes a lot of time. And there are different type of blendings. We have only discussed one blending technique here. I'll just show you the result. And complete idea you will get when this will completely dry. So then it will give you the result, original result. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll show you the older one that I have done here. Okay. Sometimes these techniques we need, these type of impressions we need in our painting or landscape paintings. I hope you are learning something, you are getting idea how we are doing it. Do you think you are getting idea about gouache, how to work with gouache? Okay, great. What about others? Only Nushad and Iman. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Do practice these things, okay, to get the good results. And the painting we are going to start from third day, right? So two like today and 2 more days, we are going to do the techniques. We are going to practice the exercise, and then third day, just be ready with your line drawings, and we will be working on a painting, right? So for that, I want you to do your exercises. Take it very seriously and just keep practicing. So today, I think we have discussed a lot of exercises. Tomorrow also, I'm going to share some exercises with you. And then we are going to prepare the small note and sketches. So small note and sketches will give you idea about values, how lighter it should go, how darker it should go. And plus we'll also talk about the color mixing. Okay, how you can prepare your colors just by mixing a few colors. So you don't need a lot of paints, but by just few colors, we can prepare a lot of shades. So that we'll discuss in another session. Okay. Yes, so this is it for today. And please upload your practices inside community. That way I can check your work in a better way and so that I can give you feedbacks. Just give me a second. Yes. Oh, good job, good job. Very nice, very nice. What about this? Anyone else want to show me on live? Otherwise, you can just upload there. Okay. I know it's quite late. Oh, good, good. Good job, Douglas. Keep practicing. Very nice. It's coming up. Only thing is that you need to understand the consistency of your paint. Good, Alice. I can see your work. Good job. And try to do these exercises in little bit bigger sizes. Okay. I have shown you in a small paper so that I can show you multiple stuff in one sheet. Now see, I have done in this much area. If you do an A5 size, so till here is my A5 size. Okay. If I do this much area, if I try to cover this much area, that will be the real practice for you, right? Because it's very easy to do exercises in small areas. But when it comes to working on bigger area, we struggle with that part, right? So just go with the bigger sizes. That way you will understand better that am I able to work on bigger surface or not? And the second thing you have to take care that don't put too much of water and use the bigger strokes. When you do, just use the biggest stroke. Instead of doing the small, you will get a lot of patches. So to get rid of those things, just use the bigger sizes strokes, right? Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed session today. It was a lot of value, lot of exercises, right? So tomorrow um, we are going to talk about color mixing And we are also going to talk about more blending exercise that can help you to build up this kind of works. Okay. So yes, just be ready for session tomorrow, and yeah, definitely you'll achieve the results. I know.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So yes, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can end the session. Okay, no worries. Even you can put your questions inside community and I'll help you there. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining session. Okay. See you tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Okay. And I want you all to be here with your exercises. Keep doing it. Keep practicing. If you feel like it's not working right now, but keep doing it. Right? You will get the answer. Yeah. Okay, then. Bye-bye to all. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Thanks a
Bye-bye.
lot.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Deepa.
This will be uploaded in the school section, the classroom section,
Yeah.
this meeting.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Bye-bye to all.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, guys.